My life growing up was probably a lot like yours. We weren't poor, certainly weren't rich, middle class. I played a lot of video games and sports, mostly football and basketball. My dad being a sports fanatic, I naturally gravitated to sports. Obviously, football and basketball are both 60 to 70% black athletes, right? Yet there's not even a handful of black majority owners. What's also interesting about these non-black owners of these majority black player-led teams, most of them never even played a sport. So we have these athletes making millions, which is good money. But when you think about the NFL, for an example, the lifespan of those players, the player usually is only in the league for 3 years. And the owners, who obviously are owning these businesses for basically their entire lives and passing it down to their families. Think about Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones. Just think about how these teams, these franchises are run. They're keeping them in the family. I mean, obviously, wouldn't you? So you got them making billions. It's a big difference between millions and billions. Big difference. Even though you got athletes making a lot of money. I mean, LeBron James, $1 billion. But how many LeBron James are out there? There's way more NBA players who are making probably 5 to 10 million over that career, maybe in a million to 5 million than they are the LeBrons. So when does the dynamic change? Because we also know out of all the people who are making that money, who are making it to the NBA, there's way more, about 99.99% of them never even made it out of high school. Never made it to college football. Never made it to college sports. Should we still allow our kids to be more into sports than entrepreneurship? I don't know how many people know any athletes, but those 99.999% of those athletes who don't actually make it to the NFL and NBA, they still were busting their butt trying to make it. And guess what? A lot of them were not financially stable during that time. A lot of them do not were not making a lot of money during that time. You know what they were focusing on? Working out. Can I run faster? Can I get better? Can I get a job? Can I get on somebody's practice squad? So yeah, you got a lot of people who don't even make it, a lot of people who spend a lot of time trying to make it but don't quite get there. Yet, when does the dynamic change where we stop worrying doing sports just for the sport? When do we start thinking about ownership? I think it starts with entrepreneurship. You got to start somewhere, right? You're not going to start off owning an NFL team. You got to start somewhere. And everybody's not going to be a rapper, all right? Everybody doesn't want to get into the music industry and deal with all the stuff that goes with that. So we got sports, being an athlete, and we got the rapper, the musician. Everybody can't do that. So we got to find other ways. What if you inherited a business at the age of 10? By the age of 18, you have 8 years in this family owned business, just seeing everything. You probably didn't know everything at 10 or 11, but you start to understand it at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You start to understand it. Life starts to change. You start to meet different kinds of people. You really think that wouldn't help close the wealth gap between blacks and whites if we had more black entrepreneurs? Why does your kids have to take your journey? Even if your journey wasn't rough, why not make it better for them? I'm not saying to eliminate sports from the black culture. I'm saying as soon as they get to high school, around that age, let's start showing our kids everything they can get from sports, not just playing in the NFL or the NBA. If they love playing sports, if this is what they spend a lot of their time and focus and energy and excitement on, discuss what they can get off the field as a result. And it should be bigger than the house, car, and jewelry. It's about a legacy. It's about controlling your legacy as well. Starting something that you can pass down for generations. I mean, this is something that's been on my mind. That's why I couldn't settle with being the rising black star in someone else's company. Not because there's anything wrong with working with someone else, it's because I just wanted something different for me and mine. I wanted my kids to take a different journey. It's really that simple. If you are interested in starting a business, or if you've already started a business and you desire one on one professional